Do you think that the inverse might be true, that making him wait for sex might push him away?
I think, yeah, because maybe it makes them feel insecure, like, oh, maybe she's not attracted to me in that way. And again, that's when I kind of found out communication is super important. Like, even things that are uncomfortable to talk about, it's like, get uncomfortable and just say it, because that way you can open like new lines of communication and trust each other. And I don't mean to take advantage in this moment and like go off of the last conversation, but I was dying to say that I kind of do understand what Sheetal was saying. She did make a comment about how if there's no conversation about like what you guys are, then it's not necessarily, you don't have to be committed to somebody who's not willing to communicate about if you're in a relationship or not, because that happened to me recently as well. As you know, it was like we would have a great night and then I would hear nothing for a week, no text, nothing. Then we'd hang out again, and finally after like 3 months I was like, hey, you know, what are we like, are we allowed to sleep with other people, what's going on? And he's like, you can do whatever you want. And then like a week later he's like, oh, I really like you, I didn't think I was going to like you this much. Then another week goes by, oh, hey, I don't want to hang out anymore because I want a family and kids. And I'm like, bro, like what just happened? So like I was kind of asking you, do you want to be serious? And you said no, and now you're telling me you don't want to because it's not serious enough. So that kind of told me it was just me, not me, like it was my fault, but he was not interested in me in that way, or he got scared. And
For having children with, at least.
yeah, or maybe that was his excuse and he doesn't want to commit, so he said he did just to end it. I don't know. That's all. I kind of understood what she meant, although I think that hopefully you would know if you're committed to somebody. Or
To one of the other parts you said there, if you hold back sex from him and it pushes him back, I don't think that's insecurity in his part at all. I think that's he has another option who isn't holding back sex. There's another woman that he's seeing who's having sex with him on the first date, and that's just a better option for him than someone who's making him jump through hoops.
yeah, I mean, personally, I would. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't really have anything to say.
No, I was going to kick to the other ladies. So, you know, Anna and Oli, I want to hear what you all think about the last 20 minutes in that exchange, or what you think about Alex's comments. I have my own comments on it, but I want to make sure we get to you before I dive in.
Should I start?
Please. Go ahead.
Okay. So about what Alex said, you know, I totally believe in it, you know. I mean, sometimes you meet people and you have that kind of connection that you want to be physical or not, you know. Sometimes you just don't. So, I mean, you should not hold back that, and it should not be planned that, oh, I'm not going to sleep with this person for the first date, or, oh, I will. You know, if it just happens, it happens, and then you decide later what happened. Because, you know, just sleeping around with someone will not lead the relationship to its end goal, but, you know, how you deal with each other and how you feel after that and how you gel around with each other, I think that's what matters. And to know beforehand that how the physical chemistry is actually a plus point. So I totally agree with her.
Olia, what about you?
Well, I think I wouldn't intentionally withhold it, but right man will not be it will not push him away. And the man who wanted to have sex, I mean, it doesn't matter for him. Whenever you have it, he will go and have other options anyway. So it's not about withholding, it's about getting to know someone and getting to know their plan.
Here's something that I have to tell women a lot on this show that they don't always know, and they can disagree with all they want, but this is the truth. A man doesn't know if he likes you or not until after he's had sex with you. It's just not how it works. What's that?
Who said that?
I say that.
No.
because
No.
because the sex
Who are you?
drive, because a man's brain, a guy's
Don't
only
speak for
thing
everyone.
that he wants from you,
no.
the only thing that a guy wants
No.
from a woman right off the bat is sex. Like that's why
No.
we have sex drives. It's all based in evolutionary psychology. We have sex drives. We want to have sex with women. We want to spread seed far and wide. Everything that guys are, if you're having side conversations, I mean, what's going on here? So this idea that, oh, a guy needs to get to know me first, or this and that and the other, a guy might think, hey, she's super funny, or she's super interesting, or she's got all these things going for her. Like, I think she might be the one. Like, the reason that women get guys that will sleep with them and leave, it's because a lot of times, because now there's been a power shift. Like when you have withheld sex from a guy or you haven't slept with a guy, you will hold all the power because that's what that guy wants, right? And for the most part, most guys want to sleep with like a woman one time and then go sleep with another one and another one and another one and another one. It's just the way that our brains are wired. The same thing that says, hey, you as a woman, I want to find one guy and basically sleep with him forever and be with him forever. The exact same biological mechanism in a man's brain is I want to go plant seed and spread seed far and wide. So essentially, once you've given up that power dynamic and once you've given up sex to a man, it is now his job or his aim is to try to have sex with a woman. Once that happened, you now have the task of you've got to be able to keep him around because he doesn't want to have sex with you anymore. So now it's going to be about, are you pleasant to be around? Are you actually enjoyable to spend time with? Do you have value or do you have pleasantries that's going to make him want to continue to be around you and be around to talk to you? And for a lot of women, they don't. A lot of women are so reliant on being good looking and attractive because that's what gets them this unlimited attention from men. Then when it comes time to actually be nurturing or be pleasant or be a woman that a man wants to be with, they completely shit the bed because they don't actually know how to be pleasant to be around, or they don't know how to be feminine or exude any sort of feminine energy. So like, that's really what it boils down to. The only time, and this isn't always the case, but statistically, the best odds that two people have on a long-term relationship lasting or a marriage lasting is if they both go into the marriage as virgins. That's the most surefire way to ensure that a relationship or a marriage will last long term. If that's not the case, it's already going to be worse odds than if both are virgin. We've got research and data that backs this up, and we've got studies on. We talked about it on the show last night, the Teachman study. But that's just the reality of it. And women, might not like to hear that, but that's how the male brain works, and that's the reality. And here's a caveat. I'm not trying to sleep with any of you. I have no reason to lie. Why would I fib? Why would I be not telling the truth? Like, Olia, you seem to have a problem with that. But why would I lie about this?
Is your show pro men and anti woman? Because
they're not anti women at all.
It's crazy. Like, where do you get these ideas from? Like, where do you come from? Like, I wouldn't.
What's anti-women about what he said?
What is anti-women about anything that I said?
You're mocking women, and you like bring
How?
up men, like men with options. Men with options have no options because it's harder to find for a man than woman. Because men works only a certain time. For a woman, it's eternity. We can have sex like till we're like 90 years old. Men can have limited time. So men have limited options than women. And women
no, that's not how it works at all. That's not how it works at all. The sex drive for women is far lower. It's far lower than men.
I don't know those women at all. Like, I never heard those any.
Do you know anything about testosterone and the male sex drive? Men have like 18 times the amount of testosterone and sex drive than the average woman do. That's all based in science.
I have a medicine. My background is medicine. I didn't want to say anything. I'm a maths, physics, biology major. That's what I graduated in. And I have a double degree with bachelor's of science. And then I graduated as a respiratory therapist. And Mof, you're absolutely wrong. There's a reason why a man should bond with a woman emotionally. There's vasopressin. And the thing is, when a man is bonded to a woman emotionally, and then he has sex, and then when the testosterone levels drop, that man is more bonded to a woman. The chances
out of necessity, not because he wants to
that
be.
Relationship is very hard.
It's out of necessity. When a man's testosterone drops, he has to be bonded to that woman because he can't go and get other options because he becomes a low T man.
This is very cognitive. All right, let me tell you, this is cognitive, this is data, everything. You have to understand my background, okay? So don't embarrass me with my medical background. Everything I'm telling you, you can Google it and research it, okay? I didn't want to bring it up, but I was like, you know what? Let me stop this guy and tell him, okay? That is one of the reasons why emotionally it is very important to date before you have sex, because then a man is emotionally bonded, okay? Then the man has more emotional bond, and there is like a lot of other hormones in play. But if a man has one night stand, the success
Name
of the
them.
relationship.
Name all these hormones. If you're such a PhD, name the processes, name all the chemicals.
Well,
break
regular
really
people
break
might
this
not
down step
understand
by
the
step for us.
terminology.
Please break this stuff down step by step for us, since you're such a brainiac.
So there's like vasopressin is
What
the
is that?
stress hormone.
Exactly.
Vasopressin is the stress
You
hormone in
answered.
man. Okay,
Okay.
vasopressin is the stress hormone in men. Okay, so men respond better when wait, hold on, don't do that. So men respond better when they have bonding with you. Men bond through stress hormone, because stress is what causes it. When you like tell them to do something, repair something around the house, men bond through stress hormone. Okay, so that is the vasopressin. And the thing is, when a man has sex with a woman, there's a release of like dopamine and serotonin and all the good hormones.
Oxytocin, first of all. It's oxytocin is the love bonding hormone.
Oxytocin is
Oh,
mostly
do I know?
released by
Oh my
women.
gosh. But
Oxytocin
it's
is
also
mostly
released in
wait,
men.
hold on.
But it's also released in men.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
the love.
Okay,
it's
it
the love.
is.
It's the pair bonding
But
chemical.
if you keep cutting me off, you wanted to know the
Yeah,
entire
but I'm
process.
aware. Yeah,
I
please,
will
yeah, go
not
ahead,
be
continue.
able to explain the entire process if you keep cutting me off. You understand?
God, dude,
Got
I'm
it.
gonna
All right,
kill
let's go.
myself.
So you're talking about like, pro men, this and that. You have to understand something. When and all the three girls will agree.
What did
with
I
you.
say that's pro men? What is all this nonsense about pro
Because
men?
you're
I just
talking
told
like
you about
men.
the.
No, wait. Because you said men have options,
The way you
women
talk.
have more
Because
options.
because
You have
That's
no.
not
because the
what
way
I'm
you talk.
saying.
have.
That's not the
Just
disagreement
Because
that I'm
that's
saying.
how
I'm
it
saying
that's how
men
it you know
who
You're
appears.
totally
men who
uneducated
have
for
Wait,
options.
like
okay,
things.
men when they swipe on dating apps, it's like right. I have seen it. I have brothers. I
Yes,
have
I
cousins.
know. I'm not
Women,
disagreeing. That's not even my
we
argument.
are selective. We're very
I
selective.
know that. I'm not
So
arguing
what I'm
against
trying
that.
to
You're making things up that I didn't say and then arguing against me. How is that an argument?
I am not arguing against you. I am just trying to tell you that there's nothing such as withholding sex or this and that. It is very important for a man and a woman who wants to settle down and get to know each other. And as Anamika said, gel together is the most important thing. You have to date first and cause an emotional bond. And as a woman, what you want in a man, the first, second date, you have to let them know what you expect and what you want. And if that's not the right man for you, he's going to run away. And that is totally okay, because then you have other people that you can talk and date. That's what I do. And
You're not
if
talking about anything. You're saying I have a
I-
PhD in biology and you're talking about the right man this, the right man that. Like, if you're going to be scientific about it, be scientific about it. Now you're pontificating about social cues and you're talking about like the way men and women are mating, and you're not. We're not talking about the same thing here. We're talking past each other.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.